Ron Burgundy.
And welcome to the Run Report, where the takes are sharp, the talk is real, and where the sports never sleep. I'm your host, Black Ruz. That right there is cousin TJ in the building. Let's run it. Whoa.
What's up,
I'm
man?
starting the whole show with a whoa. What happened?
Woo!
A
Hey,
whoopsie.
that's the game.
Hey,
That's how the game
hey,
goes.
they play the game on the field, dog.
That's how,
Uh,
that's how I go.
Texas Tech welcoming in the BYU Cougars, right?
Yeah.
Um, they handle business, man. 29-7
Yeah.
in a game. It was a very, very weird game.
Yeah.
Very weird game. Excellent game played by Texas Tech Raiders. The best team won on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tip my hat off to the Texas Tech Red Raiders because I did not pick you guys to win this game. I thought you guys were going to lose the game. I thought you guys was going to blow the game.
Salute.
I
Salute.
also thought that BYU was going to exploit Texas Tech's linebackers, and I was wrong. You know, I'm not too ashamed to be wrong. You know,
Yeah.
it's that guy Rodriguez played a heck of a game,
Hey,
and,
oh.
and it's nothing.
Bailey.
This is simply we just simply giving Texas Tech their flowers, dog, because they won the game and they won it handedly. I say, and
Yeah.
I've been watching them all season. And I felt like from a scheming standpoint, I would go at the linebackers because those guys are very aggressive. There's a reason why he has 7 forced fumbles. It's because he's aggressive. And that it was it for the first 2 quarters, it was a pretty good game, very intense. You could tell
Stakes was high.
stakes was high. Texas Tech understood the assignment and they took care of business, dog.
They sure did. They sure did.
Money well spent over there in Lubbock, dog. Money well spent. And then I'm gonna pass it on to you. Then I'll come back. What you got for this game, man?
They did what they had to do. This was
Right.
this was a playoff field, a
Mhm.
playoff game. No telling what's going to happen now. Could they possibly meet again? We never know. We never know.
Right.
If you really take a deep dive into the stats, they had 2 touchdowns, but the rest was field goals. But as I looked at the stats, it was kind of similar. You know, passing yards for the game, 188, Texas Tech 219. Now, the running game was a little off. It was 67, not the usual BYU, to 149 for the Texas Tech. Okay. Yards per play was 3.9 for BYU and 4.9 for Texas Tech. You know, first downs was even close. 14 BYU, 17 Texas Tech. Texas Tech takes it with the third downs. They were 7 for 18. BYU a whopping 3 for 14.
Got to get better at that, dog.
I've been saying this all year. I felt like that's something they need to still work on. The season's not over. We're not going to go into that yet because they got a tough game ahead. But this is for Texas Tech. I want to say you guys did your thing. You knew the assignment and you got the job done. You got it done. And I tip my hat. I ain't got one on today, East Carolina. A shout out to them as well. I'm sorry I ain't got my hat on today. But look, I tip my hat to you. And hopefully you guys can win out for the remainder of the season. Morton, you made some passes that I thought you couldn't do. I'm going to tip my hat to you off as well. They knew the assignment. They knew what they had to do. They got pressure. They are the first team that made Mr. Superman Backmeyer turn into Clark Kent. He didn't have the cape on. He didn't have the cape on. He didn't have it on this past game. He didn't have it on. And they made him look finally like a freshman. And that's how they were able to get this win. Shout out to them. They made plays when they needed to, first downs when they needed to. They was getting something every other drive or something potentially to set up every drive. They got field goals. They got a couple touchdowns. They were putting points on the board. I commend them. And that's that. You know, that's that. BYU, It's a couple games left. Don't hang your head, because if you hang your head,
Yeah.
you can end up gone for the rest of the season, and it's not over.
No, it's not over.
You're still top 15. It's not over. But I know this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lose again. And
Neither one of these teams can
neither
lose
one of
again.
them can lose again. This
Texas
is
Tech
it.
can't lose no more either.
No,
Texas
neither
Tech
one of them can lose again.
cannot lose.
So it's getting that down to the nitty and gritty now. It's getting that clutch. You got a whoopsie. There it go. After that, it's over.
Well,
and yes,
the most important part I've seen in the game that popped out on the screen for me was the part that I said was going to be their weakness, which is with their linebackers. I'm not going to say both of them, but Jacob Rodriguez definitely did his thing. I can't. I mean, he balled out. He like I don't know if he looked at my video and was like, "Yo, he talking about me?"
He balled.
14 total tackles, 9 solo, a pick, and a tackle for loss. Like, you really can't, other than him collected another forced fumble, you really can't get no better than that. I mean, he completely balled out. His wife was in the stands. He said, "Man, screw all that. I'm letting it fly."
He said, he said, "Put me in the Heisman talk."
Oh yeah, he out there posing.
He out there. He want to be in the Heisman talk. That's how he balling out there. I commend him.
He was having fun, man. Once you get to the point where you out there having fun, I feel like BYU was not having fun the whole game. The whole game was so stressful for those guys.
Slouchy.
It was completely too stressful, man.
Slouchy, that ain't them. That ain't them.
It's not them. But I'm going to give Texas Tech their kudos. I'm going to say Texas Tech is the reason why they was like that. Texas Tech came to play. They knew the severity of the game. They came out there and they made a statement. Now, they made a statement. I'll just say that. They made a statement. 29-7 at home. They didn't score until the fourth quarter. BYU didn't score until the fourth quarter. They had completely rattled the whole game. Hats off to those guys. I mean, they played a good game, man. Dickey showed out. The quarterback put a tremendous pass out there in the back of the end zone, the corner where only his man could catch it. Texas Tech made plays.
They did.
BYU didn't. That's the difference in the game, man. You got to make plays. And what did you say that last video? Big time players make big time plays when it comes to the game on a big game. No one made a play.
And in the third downs,
other than BYU defense, we'll get into that later. Third down, I mean, hey, hats off to Texas Tech. You guys,
salute again. I'm a double salute.
Salute, man. You guys had an incredible game, and you guys have, let's see, UCF is also coming to Lubbock next Saturday, and then they got to go out to West Virginia and take on those guys.
Don't get lackluster.
Texas Tech, no, they shouldn't get lackluster. They shouldn't have a letdown. Texas Tech should go to the Big 12 championship. With that remaining schedule, they should go to the Big 12 championship.
Be lackluster.
They should. I'm just saying, they're the 8th ranked team. They're going to be favored in both of these games. They should. Now, they should not have no letdowns. Same thing we preach to BYU. Like, yo, you guys are good. You're a good team. You got a good quarterback. You got a great defense. You got a great defense line. You got.
Yes, they do.
You guys should win, right?
Yeah.
Handle business. Big business. That's what we talking about with Texas Tech, man.
Shout out to Texas Tech.
Hey, shout out to Texas Tech coaching staff for having them boys prepared, dog. Them boys were prepared, man. I mean, that's part of coaching, though. You got to have your team prepared for the game.
Both coaches at the pregame had me wanting to go out there. So
absolutely,
shout out to them. I mean, they won. Victory. It's right there. It's in your grasp. You control your own destiny. How about that?
All right. So with that, we're gonna go right into BYU, right? So what is next for BYU and what happened?
What's next is BYU, do not hang your head low. I'm gonna tell you this now. You should embrace this feeling. Embrace the loss. Feel it. Feel it into the end of the season. Because this right here, that loss could either make you or break you. What are you going to let it do from this? This is my thing. Before we get into the game, this is the mindset you should have. What are we going to do after this? Because this loss can, like I said, it can make you or break you. You hang your head low, man. We should have, dang, man. Oh, next week you got TCU. You can't afford any more whoopsies or any more hiccups. It's time you let it go. It's one game. You're still in the top 15. You still got to perform, and you still got to handle business. So what you do now, until this next Saturday, you have to prepare. They got you. They was prepared, and that's the game. First off, going into the game, I want to say to BYU defense, you guys did your job. You did what you were supposed to do. You did what you were supposed to do. If you watch the videos I said before, I said that they go hand in hand. This game, it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. Defense, they come on, they gotta stop. They gotta stop. Field goal, touchdown, field goal. Y'all gonna score yet? Come on, help us. Hey, you gotta help them out. They didn't get it, and the results showed. You guys didn't play hand in hand. You guys are hand-in-hand team. You guys help each other out. You guys fight for each other. I feel like they had you rattled all game. And Mr. Superman, Mr. Bear Superman was Clark Kent. He was Clark Kent this game. This was the first game I seen him look flustered. Yeah. He looked flustered. He was taking some big hits. When I seen him jump for no reason, going to the sideline, I knew he was, guys want to go after his leg because he's a big guy. I knew he was thinking in his head what was coming. But I'm telling you, it's not going to get any easier. But
it's not.
It's one game at a time. You take that loss, you throw it away. We in a new season now. We got 3 games left. Now, what are we going to do? That's how you got to look at it. Because if you hang your head low and come in any bit lackluster against TCU, it can completely derail your whole season. And that's what I'm going to say. It can completely derail your whole season. But you guys still play hard. Defense, you guys did your job. Continue to do what you do. Hang your head. And you still got to give it up. They came in, they handled business. You guys was on a bye week. Maybe a little rust. But now you throw that away and you come back for these last 3 games and give it all you got. Empty that tank out. Empty the tank. I heard that this weekend from one of my high school coach. Empty the tank out because it's gonna be some these last 3 games gonna be rocky. So you got to be ready and be prepared. But yeah, Ruz, they play hard. This wasn't enough. Texas Tech knew the mission, and they knew what was at stake. It is what it is. But they gotta. This week over with. That week's over with. Now you control your own destiny. Control your own destiny.
Excuse me. Just how this game goes, right? You gotta have big time players, big time ballers, right?
Yeah.
The best players on the team, played the best, right? Isaiah Glasgow.
Yeah.
Jack Kelly.
Yes.
All right. Satuala.
Yes.
Lutui. Like, all right, so the whole hype was about Texas Tech defensive line, right?
Yeah.
BYU defensive line actually came to play this game, right? Well, I'm not gonna say like they don't play, right? They played phenomenal, right? They play good to let the linebackers make plays, and they did the exact same thing. What all I'm saying is how BYU's defense came out to play. They was ready to win the game. They was ready, right? Offense didn't show up. Offense
Oh.
didn't get off the bus, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start with the offensive coordinator. We're gonna start with him. Man, you can't coach scared, dog. Even though Bear, for the first time,
He looked.
he looked a little shook up, bro.
He looked.
I mean, I would understand that. I mean, you're going against Bailey,
This is
but if
nervous.
it's just a little nervous. And but
Mhm.
again, if you're gonna lose a game, this is the game to lose, right?
Yeah.
Because you still have the rest of your season. You could see these guys are getting a Big 12 championship or not, because these guys could lose one. You don't know how it would go. But in a loss, there are a lot of lessons in losing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a successful person in life, but I took a lot of losses to get to where I am, right?
Sure.
In life, I took a lot of losses.
Yeah.
So if you lose, that's cool, but where is the lesson in the loss, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of lessons, and that lesson is, okay, offense.
Yeah.
Defense held serve 3 and out, and then you muff a punt. They get the ball back and they hold them 3. So you
Field goal.
Wipe their hands. It was a lot of field goals in this game. They only scored twice, but it was a lot of field goals, right? You wipe your hands. Yeah, but you wipe your hands clean. The defense did. Then you come back out and you can't do nothing, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna give credit to Texas Tech's defense for doing that to you guys. But offense, you got to step up and make a play for your quarterback. Some dropsies out there. Some dropsies. And you got to step up you got to step up to the moment, man. It looked like they weren't ready for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The linebackers on BYU and the defensive line, they were in there for the moment. They was ready. They was prepared for the moment.
Yes.
The atmosphere had them ready.
Ooh.
The atmosphere had the linebackers and the linemen ready, dog.
Yes, they did. They're
not going to make excuses for them, but in the loss are lessons, and maybe they can really open it up for Bear a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, open it up for him, man, and run him. Just run him. Don't even give him the option to hand it off to the running back. Just run him, dog. But I feel like you said, like once he took that hit where he jumped up in the air,
he was thinking a lot.
Yeah, he was thinking too much. Because I'm like, why would you do that? He wasn't even gonna tackle you. You just gonna run out of bounds. Like, you ain't had no reason to jump, but he got to go through this, man. At least they're not going through this being 4-4. You know?
Yeah. He
4-5.
He didn't play like Superman this year. He was Clark Kent.
He did.
Glasses on.
Yep, he's Clark Kent with the glasses on, and he needs to see a team like this, because this is what, like I said. Now I said, like, we act like they the big bad wolves, they the big bad dogs. Texas Tech was the big bad wolves, and they was the big bad dogs. It's like, I don't know. I hope I didn't jinx the team, but man, Texas Tech just handled business, and I can see where BYU can make some excuses for certain things, but there's no excuses, dog. You got to get better. How are you going to change this? Because this cannot happen against Texas Christian University, right?
No. They got a quarterback.
Hoover is just as good, or he might be better.
Better. He is just as good as better.
Texas Christian University has a wide receiver that's the best wide receiver in the Big 12. But that's on the offensive side of the ball for Texas, for TCU.
Yeah.
BYU gonna do what they're supposed to do on defense. The offense got to score the ball, dog.
Yeah.
They got to score.
Yes.
Defense gave you plenty of time. BYU even went in at halftime at 13-0.
13-0. And
offensive coordinator got to figure that out.
Like, they did their thing. I mean, they had plenty of chances. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They had plenty of chances, man. Hats off to Texas Tech. A lot of people are going to say they completely dominated the game. If you look in the stats, it was not total domination, but it was a good win by them.
Yeah.
Not going to take nothing from them.
Yeah.
Bailey, height, defensive line, the sacks might not show, but they had a lot of pressure on Bear. And when they hit Bear, they hit Bear. Dog, they hit him. Like, he's a big guy. They was laying some wood on him. Pause.
Yeah,
They was laying the wood on him,
they was hitting
and
them.
shout out to Texas Tech coaching staff for getting them boys ready.
Yeah, yeah,
Sataki, I thought you was gonna go for it again on 4th down. You went for a 4th down further back in your own territory.
yeah, yeah.
And the second time you didn't, it was just like, come on, dog. Come
Go.
on.
Yeah,
But he was right because they didn't give up a touchdown. They gave up. And Texas Tech was trying to put them away at halftime.
they couldn't.
They couldn't.
Go.
And I think that's what the committee seen in BYU. Like, hold up.
They
This might not have
fight.
been BYU's best shot.
They fight though.
They just didn't step up. It felt like the moment was too big for them. And BYU's number 12. So what that tells me is,
They know. They see it. Their defense is top of the line.
what that tells me is, by them putting BYU number 12, theoretically they're saying BYU and Texas Tech are going to play in the Big 12 championship. And it's also saying that they're only going to get one team in from the Big 12. So it's only going to be the leader. Whoever wins the Big 12 championship is going in. Ain't nobody else going in. Because by them leaving BYU at number 12, if they both went out, they both going to the Big 12 championship, right? Whoever lose that game is going to have 2 losses. Unless they're both ranked. If BYU can get back into the top 10, which they probably could.
Yeah.
I think BYU and Texas Tech might be able to go to the playoffs, man. If BYU wins, though. If BYU loses in the Big 12 championship, it might just be Texas Tech, man. Who knows?
Hey, the only thing you can do now is win. It's no more.
Yeah.
It's no
You gotta
more.
win.
It's you just winning. It's pure win now. Pure win. A lot of
Mhm.
football left though. It might seem short, but it's a lot. A lot of football left. A lot of plays to be made. But shout out to both teams though. They both played hard. They both
Yeah,
fought.
man, it was a good game, man. It seemed one-sided, but
Yeah. Great. It
a
was a
good
great game, bro. Great game to watch. And like you said, will they grow from this? You got to get the lesson from this.
Yeah.
Like I said, embrace this feeling. That feeling that when you winning is contagious. Now, when you winning, oh yeah, yeah. And when you losing, it can take the morale. And don't hang your head. You better keep it high because you play TCU next week. I'm telling you, I've seen them play in person. They are a sneaky team. They a sneaky team. A real sneaky team. And they got some players over there. And it's not, you can't go in lackluster. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
But
go in lackluster.
with that being said, tomorrow we'll probably be back with a preview for week 12.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep the Texas Tech train smoking. We'll keep the BYU train smoking. Texas A&M train smoking. Let's go BYU. You guys will be all right, dog. We rocking with you. We definitely gonna have y'all this week.
Hey,
we win together, we lose together, dog. For sure.
You got to
We
finish
win
out
together, we lose together. It don't matter. We together.
Finish out strong. Got to finish out strong. That's all I can say. Because it ain't going to get no easier.
Well, hey, we appreciate everybody for tuning in this weekend. This week, it was some big shows going on.
Yeah.
Shout out Texas Tech fans. Shout out to BYU fans. Everybody was a class act. And this has been the Run Report, where the takes are sharp, the talk is real, and where the sports never sleep. That is Cousin TJ. I'm Black Jeruz.
Like and subscribe, man.
Like and subscribe. And we are out of here. Deuces.